Hi, Felix.
Hey. So I'm learning how to debud with the OG. You know what OG means? Original gangster, and that's you.
My name is Ed Rosenthal. I'm a researcher, writer, and political activist. What we're here to do really is to remove the buds from the stem, and there are two ways of doing it. A lot of it depends on what the bud is eventually going to be used for. If you're going to be making concentrates, you're going to treat it a little differently than if you're going to be smoking it.
So there's different techniques that you can
techniques.
use.
One way to do it is by just taking the pair of scissors and going where the bud meets the stem and taking that bud off at that point.
And is it okay that there's still leaf on it?
Yes, it is, because this leaf is going to be removed by the machine.
Can I try?
Yes.
As little stem as possible,
That's right?
The stem is the hardest for the machine to process. The dry trimming method is far superior in looks and presentation, especially if your desire is to get it into a dispensary, because they only carry top flight, top quality, highly trimmed and manicured products.
Another way is to remove the buds by hand. Grab hold of the bud and you pull it the other way.
So in the opposite direction
In the
of how
opposite,
it grows.
that's right. And you notice that it snaps off pretty easily. That's the second way. It's pretty fast, right?
Ed taught me a few years ago would be if you go and take your top flower off so that you have a stalk or a stem to hang on to, you can simply just go backwards and they're all off.
Wow.
A number of years ago, marijuana was still legal in India. Here's how the women stripped it. They just took marijuana and just went like that. Just took it off the stem.
Like that?
Just like that. And you'll notice all the stringiness, that's the fiber that's in plant that brings the high value to hemp, which is, of course, hemp is also cannabis sativa L.
There's the fiber.
And even if the sinews and the fibers stay in, it's okay because it can just be taken out later along with the leaf,
It's just going to be
right?
all taken out.
What we're trimming here today is a hybrid, but it's sativa dominant. So a sativa dominant has these nice placed buds with not a lot of other leaf around it, whereas an indica strain has big fat leaves on it, and there's just a little bit more work pulling the excess leaves off of it. Although the dry trimmer works the same whether it's an indica or sativa. For today's purposes, this sativa is it's easier to work with than an indica.
I see.
That may be a mass of leaves around the flower, and we sometimes have to dig down a little deeper to get it.
Which would make this process a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, and for purposes of demonstration here, people can see how this process works a little easier.
Ed Rosenthal is most famous for his activism in legalizing cannabis and also his extensive knowledge on growing and the numerous books he's written on that subject as well. It was really an honor being able to meet him today, and he was really chill.